Hey folks, it is that time again for another featured grape of the week. And since it is officially springtime here in the United States and the weather's getting nicer, we're heading into summer, things are getting warmer, I wanted to keep on theme and continue to talk about some awesome white varietals out there. And one of my new favorite varietals, and it's not new by any means, but it's new to me, and that is Grüner Veltliner. So wanted to give you a quick overview on this grape with its flavor profile and some pairing suggestions, and then walk you through what I am drinking this afternoon. And hopefully it's something that you will love as well if you're not already a huge fan of Grüner. So Grüner Veltliner is an Austrian grape, and it is predominantly grown in Austria, with over 75% of the world's plantings coming from Austria. So you don't see it much out of Austria, but luckily, I have a producer here that makes a fantastic Grüner, and I'll dive into what I'm drinking a little later in this video. But they are now making Grüner out here in the Willamette Valley in Oregon, which I'm just thrilled about because I'm really loving this grape, and just knowing that I can get it locally is a huge plus. And also because I don't have to read an Austrian label, all the better, because my pronunciation on Austrian wines is very laughable. So let's talk about the flavor profile of Grüner. So Grüner is typically, because Austria has a lot of grape growing regions that are in your cooler climates, it's going to be really acidic. And so this is what makes it perfect for summer and really food friendly, is that high acidity. But a lot of people remark that the acidity in Grüner is unique in the fact that it's so acidic that when you go and take a sip of it, it almost has a sensation of pop rocks on your palate. So I read this online. I thought it was a really fun fact to share, and I'm gonna try this Grüner and see if it lives up to the pop rocks hype, and yeah, we'll see. But it has a notably high acidity. It also is very light and refreshing, and it can range from a light-styled or light-bodied wine to a medium-bodied if it's planted in more of a moderate climate versus that cool climate. So I know here in Oregon, we do have more of a moderate climate. So I'm curious to see how this one tastes. Actually, I know how it tastes. I finished this bottle already, but saved a little for this video. But as far as what a lot of people pick up on the nose and the palate, you're gonna get those citrusy notes. So grapefruit, lime, lemon, but you're also gonna get those honey notes, and just have that really crisp and refreshing kind of a palate cleanser wine in your glass. And a lot of people also remark that there's some nectarine notes, but that often comes with a more ripe flavor profile of that Grüner. But what makes it really unique is that, like so many white wines, the light-bodied styles, you're getting those citrus notes, but with a Grüner, you're also getting some spicy characteristics to it. So with the Grüner, a lot of people remark that it tastes a lot, has some like white pepper spicy notes. Also I know this is like a terrible description of wine, but it has some vegetal characteristics, or let's call it herbaceous characteristics. But a lot of people remark that it has notes of green beans on the palate, which may sound disgusting, but honestly, I find it really lovely. And I think that because it has those green bean characteristics, and green pepper is another common aroma and flavor in Grüner. So I find that it pairs really well with some awesome salads, some grilled veggies, and just really, it makes it really unique. And that's what is so great about Grüner, is that it has all the features of kind of your porch pounder white wine, but it's super complex, super layered, and it's just really a fantastic wine. As far as food pairings, I know I touched up on some briefly, but food pairings, because of its high acidity, it is really food friendly, and so it's going to pair nice with so many dishes. But I, personally would go with a salad. I think also that it would pair lovely with some grilled vegetables, like a lot of, I think honestly, like grilled asparagus or grilled artichoke would play really nicely with a Grüner, and those are typically really hard vegetables to pair wine with, but I think Grüner can really hold up to the challenge. Also, a lot of soft cheeses would go really well with the acidity and the mouthfeel of a Grüner. And because it's an Austrian wine, I'm just gonna take a gander and say that a Wiener Schnitzel would also be wonderful to pair this with, because I often find that the regional dishes go really well with the regional wines. I think that's it. So let's dive into what it is specifically that I am drinking today. So like I said, I am saved the embarrassment of not having to pronounce anything on an Austrian wine label, thanks to Ricochet Wine Company out here in the Willamette Valley, run by this awesome winemaker, Eric Berg. And this is his 2020 recently bottled Grüner Veltliner. 2020, as we all know, was a wonderful year. Not at all, but hopefully some great wine came out of 2020, because we need some positive things that came out of the last year. And if anything positive came out of last year, I hope it's good wine. So let's crack into this. So first off, what I love about Ricochet is that he sources his grapes from all sustainable farms, and he also is very minimal intervention in his approach. So really, not really just letting the varietal shine through in his wines. And what's really cool about Ricochet is that 5% of their proceeds go to nonprofit organizations. And I absolutely love that about their brand. And I believe this 2020 Grüner is about $21 on the market, so super affordable. So bring it to a backyard hang and your friends will not be disappointed. So let's dive into how this is tasting. She looks pretty. Okay. So I'm first gonna go through what I am picking up on the nose. And I remarked earlier that Grüner has a lot of those citrus characteristics. And I'm definitely getting that. I'm getting kind of a lemony scent to it, but I'm getting more kind of the orange fruits. I'm getting definitely some nectarine, and I know we talked about that earlier with that being a common aroma and flavor of a Grüner. So I am getting that nectarine, but I'm also getting some orange, getting some cantaloupe, getting some peach in there. And that could be, like I was saying, the more moderate climate, growing conditions here in the Willamette is gonna present those more riper fruits. And she just smells like sunshine. It's a really good smelling wine. Also, I am getting some of those spicy notes in there. It's not really the white pepper that is so common with a Grüner. And also, like, I'm not getting a ton of those green pepper notes or the green bean notes, but I am getting some spicy cinnamon notes in there. Candied ginger. So I don't know if anyone here loves gin candies. I'm obsessed with them. I'm not allowed to bring them in my household because I'll eat an entire bag and then weirdly have a stomach ache, even though I've just ate a bunch of ginger. But it has that kind of spicy ginger candy aroma to it. And I would say, as opposed to a green bean, it's more of those, like a snap pea. It tastes or smells so delicious. So let's see how she tastes. Pop rocks. Okay, yes, super crushable, really acidic, just really kind of those flavors explode in your mouth. I imagine this is gonna be such a food-friendly wine. Also just a total porch pounder. But like I was saying earlier, I think what's great about Grüner and what's great about this Ricochet Grüner is that it is very light and crisp, but it also just has those extra layers of flavor and spiciness that you don't really get in many other wines. I think this, honestly, to me is kind of like the twisted sister to Sauvignon Blanc. I think Sauvignon Blanc is very similar to a Grüner in the sense that it has those herbaceous notes, but I think what makes Grüner stand out from the Sauvignon Blanc crowd is the spiciness of it. So yeah, I think, like I was saying earlier, this would pair really well with some soft cheeses, a nice salad, some grilled vegetables. Now that we're heading into summer, everyone's firing up their grills, so get a bottle of this. I also think this would pair really nicely with some Asian dishes because of that candied ginger that I'm getting on the palate and on the nose. And some Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah, this is a really good wine. Okay, well, I've already like drank the entire bottle. I might as well just finish this. And yeah, I hope that was a good overview on Grüner. If you have never had Grüner before, go get yourself a bottle. Go to the Austrian section in your local grocer or in your local bottle shop. Or hey, maybe they sell Ricochet where you're located. I would highly recommend checking that out. And if you are someone who already loves Grüner and you have a favorite producer, please hit me up in the comments because, like I was saying, I absolutely love this varietal. It's fairly new to me, and so I'm still discovering some producers that make this and would love to hear your suggestions. So that's it. Okay, bye.